many towns own a natural history museum with lakefront property. In fact, Wolfeboro might be the only one. Located on Lake Winnipesaukee, the Libby Museum has shared a diverse and fascinating collection of taxidermy, skeletons, and Native American artifacts with the public for over a century. But today, the museum is closed and in need of repairs and a new operating model. Dr. Henry Libby conceived of the idea for a natural history museum in his hometown in 1890. As a prominent Boston dentist, he collected specimens and artifacts mostly from New Hampshire. He worked with a local construction firm and Boston-based architect Charles Howard Walker to open the nearly 5,000 square foot stucco museum in 1912 on a site adjacent to his waterfront home. The seasonal museum featured an innovative air circulation design meant to draw in the cool lake air. Libby's museum was part of a 19th century trend to expand public knowledge through libraries and museums, where anyone could witness natural curiosities and study science. In New Hampshire, this resulted in substantial natural history collections at the New Hampshire Historical Society, Portsmouth Athenaeum, the Woodman Institute in Dover, Hopkinton's Antiquarian Society, and the Morse Museum in Warren. For decades, the Libby family continued to open the museum during the summer months. When they could no longer do so, it was offered to the town according to the terms of Dr. Libby's will. In 1956, the town voted to accept the property from the Libby Trust and continued to open the doors each summer. The town's operating costs were supplemented by funds raised by an independent friends group. Modest improvements were made to the museum in the 20th century, but by the 21st century, more work was needed. The innovative air circulation design was actually inviting moist air into the building, incubating mold and exacerbating rot. Lack of storage meant that exhibits could not rotate and entice return visitors, and the large windows that provided daylight were causing UV damage to the collections. The Friends spearheaded a multi-million-dollar capital campaign in 2022 to build an addition and fully rehabilitate the National Register-listed museum. They agreed to raise 70% of the money while voters were asked to appropriate the balance. The warrant article needed 60% approval, but it failed by 2 percentage points. The Friends returned the pledged donations. This past summer, due to mold and other concerns, the museum was temporarily closed. Most residents in Wolfeboro see the museum as an important cultural asset, but the recent campaign unearthed many questions. Should the town own and operate a natural history museum? Are elected selectmen qualified to be museum trustees per Libby's will? Is the town fulfilling its fiduciary responsibilities in the eyes of the Attorney General? And what is the role and relevancy of natural history museums in today's world? Advocates worry that, with no solution, this landmark building, its significant collections, and its role in the community are at risk of becoming a skeleton of their former self.